Hey Mo, we need to get an intro down for this channel, you know.
Yeah, but what are you thinking, Leigh?
Why don't I rap over the top of it?
Don't be ridiculous. You sound like a northern M&M.
Look, listen to me. Yo, yo, yo. The Munch Brunch in the house, man.
Absolutely not.
Right, what you got in mind?
Let's just keep it simple.
I'm Leigh.
I'm Aim.
We're the Munch Bunch.
Hi everyone, and welcome back to another mukbang with Aim and Leigh. We are the Munch Bunch UK. Leigh, tell them what we have on the menu.
On the menu today, hey Mo, we have American style breakfast because we've had a lot of English breakfast lately. We fancied something different. So we're on American style pancakes, eggs, bacon, strawberries, squirty cream. I don't know if they do it like that. I think they do, don't they? And Canadian maple syrup.
I think you're supposed to, that's what they put a bit of butter on.
Oh, yeah, you got wacky butter now. Oh, I love this from McDonald's. So
only
good.
A little bit though.
Little dabble do you?
Butter and me just don't go together.
No, I'm alright. I'm actually, butter does crucify me. I don't mind it with a nice breakfast like this. But this Canadian maple syrup, I thought, oh yeah, I'll go down and get some, like a pound or whatever. From Lidl. Scan down for Lidl. £3.49. You better be bloody tasty. I swear down. I'll be going to Canada myself and complain like, oi, no. £3.49 is a lot of money, love. Whoever the Canadian Prime Minister or Ministress is.
There you go.
That's one of the things I don't know. I only know like the main ones, Putin, Trump. Well, we used to be Trump, didn't it? Now it's Biden. And our one. I don't know ones from other countries.
Right, so what we got here is Scotch pancakes. Because we didn't make them myself. Strawberries, scrambled egg, and bacon. And oh,
a siren going past, ambulance or police. I didn't do it. Wasn't me.
It was the police.
They're after me for my pancakes.
So how are you all? It is the weekend approaching.
Yeah, a couple of days to go till the weekend. Hope we're all enjoying ourselves. How are ye all?
How do you put yours on then?
I've never done it before. I always get it from McDonald's. So it's a little pot. Just whack it on there.
Watch. Is it? Right.
Runaway syrup.
See, now I'm a little different. What I'm going to do is pour a bit on.
What I am going to do is like shovel this like that way. I don't want eggs and bacon with my breakfast. It was Aim said, that's the American style way, Leigh. That's how we're going to do it.
Oh, God.
It's okay. You're allowed to get messy, Aim.
No, but I've also got it on my top.
Anyways, go and check out the description box for our Instagram, our other YouTube channel where we do loads of cook-alongs and all that sort of stuff on there.
Yep.
And in general, just check everything out.
If only you could see this from the top.
Oh, where's the lid? See, look, it's just all arms like octopuses. Oh. Just a squirt cream on yours on.
Put a bit there.
A little double.
Not on them, but just.
Yeah, I don't think Aim's mum's ever eaten as well as she has since we started this channel. She didn't used to.
Luckily, I got it on the eye on my top.
Oh,
so
well, that's lucky, because your name's Amy, so it must have been invited for good luck or something.
Yeah, just making sure, guys. 1 second.
But yeah, we don't. Aim's mum would never normally eat this sort of food for breakfast. So
No, I've done that.
I didn't know.
Just a little bit. Can you see anything?
No, and let's just do all I can see is you checking out your boobs.
I'm not. Please don't say things.
Anyways, we've got a stack of 5 here. There should have been 6 each, but the 2.
Guys, this is nice. I love strawberries. I love
I
strawberries.
don't know how much I have to do with that with a knife. But yeah, it's meant to have 6 each, but 2 got burnt in the toaster, which is what I recommend on the packet to do it in the toaster.
Strawberry and cream.
I would never have had this in the past. I had this from McDonald's about a year or 2 ago.
What's freaking me out is the combination of eggs with the syrup too close together. And to me, this is a dessert-like thing. I never ever have this from McDonald's. Ever.
Well, we're doing like we're doing in America, so.
That's good.
Americans have some good ideas, I've got to be honest.
I'm going to see what the bacon... Oh my God. It is like a dessert to me. This is like what you get in a pub.
Yeah, like America, they're confused sometimes, like when we have baked beans on toast. But this is like different for us. I like it. I like how we can swap ideas with different countries.
Yeah. This is really, really, really nice. I love the strawberries. No?
I like strawberries. I'm not sure how they work with scrambled egg though. I'm a bit concerned about that part.
You don't eat it with your scrambled egg, you eat with these things.
Pancakes then.
Yeah. You don't eat it with the...
I had a dangerous experience.
Mind you, I'm going to give it a whirl, I am. I'm going to try some flavour sensations.
Why don't you like, get a pancake and stick the egg and strawberry in between? I was walking the dog this morning, and you know, when people are really dumb, they look really dumb and they act dumb. And this lady, I didn't even see her at first. I was walking the dog, walking past his house. Oh. And the dog I walk for this lady, like 12 per hour, he don't like other dogs, but he's a bit of a wuss. He won't do it about it. He just barks. This lady had opened her front door. She had a dog, which I didn't know she had a dog because I was just walking past and she had like a bush in the way. Next thing I know, I heard, woof! I'm like, that don't sound like him. I'm looking at him like, he's not barking. He'll just bark. I've got my headphones in.
God.
This dog shot out the door on a main road, ran after us. I was like, oh my fuck. I was pulling the dog, I was walking away.
Max is really,
lively.
No, he's not lively. He does not like other dogs in the respect that he goes for him, doesn't he? Like he pulls and...
So I was pulling him away, and I could hear this woman, I ain't even joking, it's not a word of a lie, she was shouting, rather than coming out of from a doorway, she was probably wearing a dressing gown, so it was good out of bed, rather than walking down the drive to the street or chasing her dog, she was going, Tina! The dog was called Tina. This dog called Tina was going nuts. He was trying to bite our Max, the dog I was walking. There's a few seconds passed by. I'm like, love, do you want to come and get your dog? Tina! Just kept shouting it. I'm like, five times.
Tina was going to listen.
Tina wasn't bloody listening. Tina kept going in the road and trying to bite Max. And I was like trying to...
See, you think the dog's fault, really? Because...
No, it's a stupid cow who has the dog who don't look after him properly. But fans just stand on your doorstep. After about 4 shouts of Tina...
The dog ain't coming.
Maybe you realise at that point, the dog ain't going to listen. There's a main road there. There's a big flipping double-decker bus there.
This road is a lot wider than normal roads as well. If I've got...
It wasn't... Yeah, the road I'm on about.
Yeah, you know, there's a lot of traffic.
It's quite narrow, the actual pavement.
There's a lot of traffic round there. I mean, if your dog gets out, unfortunately, it's bad news, isn't it, that road?
Well, thankfully, the dog bloody listened after about 6 attempts of her shouting him, or her. Tina listened, and she ran back home. But I was like, I could see her on the doorstep. I said, for effing hell's sake, woman. And she's like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, you should be. Bloody dangerous, that is.
Leigh's come across quite a lot of people who are very irresponsible with animals, aren't they?
Yeah. You see a lot of it on TikTok. There's like people actually put videos on there, like, this is what happened. Like, it's always the little dogs, so it'll show you like a video.
I can't watch them.
No, you don't actually see the violent, like an attack. But you'll see a big dog like a Rottie, and everyone thinks like the Rottweilers are quite dangerous. And the Rottie's just there minding its own business off a lead, being really well behaved. And then they'll put a caption, these are the dogs you need to look out for. And then it'll be like a little yappy dog, run along and attack the big dog. Or try and get to it.
Yeah.
And then they're like, but the big dog gets the blame and the bad publicity.
I found that smaller dogs can be quite aggressive.
Shitty. You can be, can't you, Barney?
This is really filling, but it's so nice. It's so nice. So what would you say then to like this American breakfast?
I think it's really good. And I also thought we should like try and talk American whilst doing this video.
Okay.
Like, do our best American impressions. Because I know you actually want to talk about something, but I'm not too sure what that is.
Yeah,
so,
I do.
Like, give me your best American impression, and I'll give you probably my worst, because I can't do it.
Why have I got to go first?
Because you're just very good at accent time. You're the accente queen. Strawberries with syrup, surely not.
What kind of Americans are like deep set or like California? Or?
I can't pick between the 5 or 50. Oh, there's 50 odd states, isn't there? I can't pick a certain one of them. I'll just do whatever comes into my head.
No, hang on then. I have to get into gear. Well, let's do a couple each,
I'll put you on the... Couple? Cross. I'll try and imitate yours.
So, I come down for breakfast. We got pancakes. We got scrambled egg. We got bacon. We got maple syrup and coffee.
So sort of like a...
Boston. Hang on. Boston. And then you've got like the other side, haven't you? Like the Boston, and then you've got the, and then it's like
LA.
Rear, it's rear. Come and look at my rear steak.
That's the same sort of place.
No, they're not. They go.
Like
Some go. It's rear. It's raw. Anyway, hello. What do you think of my breakfast?
I thought you'd be better at that sort of one. Like
Do you
sort
really
of blonde
like
bimbo
it?
type sounding thing.
Oh my god, this is absolutely fantastic.
I can't do anyone.
Yes, you can, Leigh. Don't even worry about it. Just go for it, baby. Just go.
Just go for it, baby. Just go. You just got to roll with the...
I
can't do anyone. I mean, I do. I can't do.
Just say...
Coffee.
Yeah, do you want coffee?
Do you want coffee? Would you like a coffee, John?
Or do you want a coffee? See, it's Boston and there's another place. I was watching Jack and Hill doing it, and I think Boston go, coffee. Whereas, is it Florida? I don't know, one of them go, do you want a coffee? Do you want a coffee, Moses? Do you want a coffee?
You got Moses round for dinner.
She's thinking
about part in the sea.
No, but they go, so love, do you want a coffee? Would you like a top up on your coffee? Or in the other place is, do you want a coffee? Would you like a coffee? Yeah, they do.
Do you want a coffee?
Yeah, coffee, and then you got, that's like Boston.
Going down the Bronx to get myself a coffee.
Well, it's Boston, but it's like, Amy, do you want a coffee?
Amo, you want a coffee?
Coffee.
Coffee.
And then you go, if you're from the other place, I can't remember what it is, do you want a coffee?
Like down Sunset Boulevard.
Would you like a coffee? Would you like a top up on your coffee?
I think we said coffee too much
now.
Yeah,
should we move on from there?
Everyone's tapped out like too much coffee, man.
Yeah, let's try to
No, I can't do it. It's my idea. I just want to see if Amy was good, which I knew she was.
I don't know if I can do this. What? Scrambled egg and maple syrup. It's the bacon and maple syrup, isn't it?
I don't know. You just want to do crispy bacon. I don't think you're not touching it.
That's a bit more. Let's have a go at this.
What are you thinking? So, the other thing I was
Is
going to
that it? Because I was quite enjoying your little
I'm not very good at them. I certainly need to hear them. I need to hear them properly. Like,
guys, can I say, you know, when you have jars of things like this, isn't it the worst thing when it kind of runs under the bottle, sort of?
They're pretty good though. With the syrup. What is your so like we're talking America here? What is your favourite thing about America? Not that we've ever been. Come from that as well, please.
Yeah, sure. Right, hang on. Let's just try a bit, and you as well. Try a bit of bacon with maple syrup. Come on, let's just get it going. Right?
I'm not a fan of bacon at the best of times.
Oh my god. That's really good. Yeah.
I've got a lot of maple syrup here.
That is strange.
Oh, for God's sake, it's just messy. Bacon dripping in maple syrup.
That's really good. Oh, that's really strange but good. That is really interesting.
I think she likes it, everyone.
Yeah. That's good.
I'm only a fan of bacon on a sandwich. So, it doesn't really do it for me, I've got to say. It makes the bacon's very salty.
It is, isn't it?
I don't know if that's because of the syrup.
No, and you put salt on it.
How the hell?
That's really interesting. Right, let's try a bit of egg. I don't know if you put maple syrup on it. No.
I'd like to find out.
No. Don't make that one. I'm going to try it together though. Let's try a bit of bacon with strawberry.
You need to compile. You need a bit of... Try a bit of pancake, a bit of egg, bacon,
really good.
and strawberry.
I couldn't do the egg. Come on now.
I'm all about the pancake with the butter and the syrup. You can give me this any day of the week. Even if I've got rotted teeth, I'd still want to eat this because it's blood lovely.
And that was a bit of...
I did go a little bit down south.
Right.
Where people talk like this.
Forrest Gump.
Life is like a box of chocolates.
You never know what you're going to get.
You just never know what you're going to get. I can't do it. But anyways, what's your favourite thing about America, Rome? Even though we've never been. So what you know of it, what would you say your favourite thing is about it?
As in, like, what it looks like, or...
From like... You can talk about the food, the movies, how if you like the way they do the TV shows. Maybe it's the weather, the different... I don't mind these. It's nothing to do with any of the things I just mentioned. What would you say you think your favourite thing would be about America?
I think... I mean, they call it the land of opportunity and all that, but in the respect of the hype of it, I can't really think it'd be a place where I could feel...
Go on.
Leigh gets scared of coughing in a mukbang. He doesn't
I
like
don't, and this microphone picks up everything now and it gets very loud.
Anyway.
The hype of America.
I don't want to say the hype because of obviously people that live there, but I think it'd be a little bit too overpowering for me because, like, I think I'd need somewhere very tranquil in America, which I'm not too sure about them kind of places, sort of like the quieter places. As an English person, for me, I've only really seen like Las Vegas, Florida.
I think that's what's good about it. That's what I love about America, if you ask me. Like, if you think about it, in England, say you want to move somewhere. Say you live in Middlesbrough, and you want to move
But he's asking me about America, we're on about Middlesbrough.
No, but if you say, comparison is this. So you live in Middlesbrough, lovely place to live, I'm sure it is. I've only ever been to their train station. It seemed like a nice train station. And you want to move, and you want to stay up north, though. Like in the north part of England. And you're like, right, I'll move to Barnsley. You move to Barnsley, Lidl looks the same, Aldi looks the same, you've got an Argos, the buildings all made out of the same type of brick, every street looks the same as Middlesbrough. You're like, what's the difference? The weather's still shit. Mm-hmm. People just talk a bit different, and there's not that much different about Middlesbrough and Barnsley. If you went to London or nicer shops, it's still the same crappy weather.
You mean like the differentiation in America?
Yeah, if you go in America, like I've heard this bloke I listen to every day from America, and he moved from LA, California, like, because he was doing his head in. He couldn't be doing how crazy people were acting during COVID. He's like, right, we're moving, we're going to Texas, and now a lot of his friends are moving to Texas. And it's just a whole new way of living. Yeah. There's nowhere in England you'd be like that.
No.
Like, it's a different way of living in London because it's like a lot more live than around here and other places. But other than popular, like busy.
Okay, I see where you're going with this.
The weather's different. The people are different.
I've always wanted to go to Seattle. I know it rains a lot there, but I really like...
That's the one that rains all the time, ain't it?
It's like 9 months of the year, I think. I really like the idea of Seattle. I'd like to go to New York. I would. Christmas at New York. I mean, who wouldn't realistically there? But I think one of the things that are most appealing to me about America is definitely I'd like to try some of their food. I'd definitely like to try some of their food, some of the extravagances they've got there. Like, they really go for it there, don't they? Yeah. They do things to the extreme with, like, buildings and, fun things to do.
It's like we said with the food before. Like, over here, you got your restaurants, branded stuff.
It's more like private restaurants and bistros and things like that.
They call it a Ma and Pa restaurant, don't they? I think Liz told us. Liz is one of our subscribers. And that's like your little restaurants. You always see them on the films. Run by a little old couple, usually. And... they make amazing looking food. Watch Diners, Drive-Ins and Dives. They aren't like a branded restaurant most of them. It's just like owned by one person, and they do way better food than you get over here.
Deli places, I think they're called.
Sandwiches and stuff.
I like the idea of that. However, I'm not sort of a big fan of places like Miami, and I'll tell you for why. You're gonna think this is crazy. Same with certain parts of Mallorca. Hey. GG. No, I might as well use mine now. So, say this chopping board is Miami set beach. Now, you've got the beach and then you've got the road. I'm very put off by beach, pavement, road.
Oh, you're same in Spain when I was on holiday.
Oh, they call it sidewalk there, but I'm very much I like to walk onto the beach without there being roads there. So I have a slight issue with that. I'm very much more of a...
That's too crispy. Go on.
Cuba type person.
Oh yeah, Cuba. That's not that far from America.
Yeah, that's what I said it for, you know. So, I'd like to go to Florida, but I'm not that fussed about Disneyland and all that. I've been to Disneyland in Paris and stuff. But, some people are like, oh yeah, let's go and do that.
I think it'd be great. You can literally move from one place to another. It's so different.
There are some differences in England.
There are, don't get me wrong. Like Cornwall to bloody round here and whatnot. Mate. It's an amazing
Like, you've got St Ives, you've got amazing places in England. Look at some parts of Scotland.
You showed me some the other day. Flipping heck.
I'm not kidding you. This was in the Highlands in Scotland.
I was like something out of Texas or something.
It looked like America. And I was thinking, me and Leigh have discussed that before, when you're on the roads in America and they're so far apart from civilization. Like, I think it was Liz that told you have to have bottles of water in your boot or your trunk.
To stay safe, yeah.
You have to have all that. This was one of these type of places. I didn't even know the places like that existed.
Imagine canyons, which you might see in America and stuff. It was like canyons, like big all either side, like the road going through. I've never seen it. No. I've always heard of the Highlands. I've never been. And it was just, I'm watching this video of this couple doing a tour around the Highlands. I was like, whoa, where's that? Is that America? No, it's up in Scotland. I was like, whoa. I've been to Scotland a few times, but I've never seen anything like that.
This isn't like your mainstream Scotland. This is, but I watched this couple called Bob and Jenny Earnshaw. And basically, go and check them out, guys. And if you do, tell them that where we sent you from. I'm not kidding you. They own a motorhome and they go round Europe, but obviously not whilst this is going on, but they travel up and down the country. Oh, it's so...
I'm not good egg.
You believe that you're with them, if you know what I mean, and it takes you out of this mindset at the minute. But anyway, this place...
Have you tried this egg?
Yeah, it's beautiful.
It's amazing.
But it's so nice that you can't believe it's part of the UK. And I think there's a lot about the UK that, you tend to go to the same holiday destinations in the UK. Like people will either go up north to like Scotland way, Yorkshire, or you'll go down south to Devon. But there's so many hidden gems in the UK that so many people are quick to go abroad, which I love abroad. But there are literally places out there that are magical. And we seen it, didn't we, on that? It was unbelievable.
There's some lovely... Don't get me wrong, no one should be offended by me saying a lot of England's the same. I'm on about, like, not your holiday destination thing. I mean, like, general...
Suburbs.
Yeah, like Barnsley, Scunthorpe, Birmingham, that sort of places, you know what I mean? But, like, when you go to your nicer places, Cornwall, St Ives, like I said, Devon, up Scotland way, Skegness is really nice. I've been to Skegness as a kid, and Whitby's lovely. But it is like, there's only like a small part of it, whereas in America, you go to like Texas or somewhere, completely different, like I was saying, to California.
Yeah, but it's so huge, isn't it? You can't really compare states.
Oh, no, you can't.
It's not, it is actually enormous, but I would like to experience the, like, what's it called? Boulevard?
Boulevard.
Okay, that strip?
Yeah, I got you.
Sunset Boulevard.
Sunset Boulevard. But it's like in America, I don't know if everyone does this, some people who want to move who can afford to pick and choose where they live. Because in England, we have like a government and they decide what happens and whatever, what's his name, Boris Johnson says happens, if it goes in that law, that's the law in Manchester and it's the law in London. That's it. You don't get a differentiation. In America, different states will have different laws. So like in one state, you might be able to drink at 18 maybe. In another one, you can't drink till you're 21. And some people pick and choose which state they live in, whether it be Texas, Los Angeles, wherever, due to what that governor, which is like our sort of mayor, I guess you'd call it.
Or councillors,
yeah. What they state can go. And if they say, look, like some states have the death penalty, I think, in America. I don't think a lot of them do. Well, a couple do still, I know that. Because one of our subscribers told us about it a while ago, about a local prison that near them was doing like an execution. I don't want to live in that state, clearly. But the point is, though, different states, different laws. And I just think they're different to pick and choose. Like, so what has Bolton got to offer us today, then? Let's move to Bolton now. They're giving away 3 cups of tea. That sort of thing.
I think that is so big you can have the option to choose, can't you, there?
Yeah, I reckon so.
Whereas here, it's only a small island.
But I would miss England. When I went to Spain, me and I went 2 years ago. I was there for like, only a week, I think. Was it, or 10 days? So. But by the end, I was like, I really just want to go out. Don't know why. I just really miss.
You get nostalgic, don't you?
Yeah.
I don't.
When I'm back at home was in my mum and dad's, like that area. When I'm on the way back, I thank Christ we're going out.
No, I don't feel like that.
I'd like to move, but because this is where I live, I like my home, my own setting.
I'd go tomorrow.
I know you would. Do you want to keep your topic for later, or do you want to talk about it now?
We'll talk about it now.
Okay. Hey, these eggs are good though. I don't eat eggs without toast. It's just unsmoked bacon, really crispy.
Really salty.
Yeah, really salty. You can get an unsalted one. I think I must have got the one that was normal.
I don't know. But there's a subject I wanted to talk to you about. And I suppose it's kind of relevant to a lot of people. Insecurities and trust in relationships. Now, wanted to touch upon this because I was watching a programme the other day on TV, and it was like one of these programmes where like a counsellor comes in and says, okay then, so what's wrong with your relationship and what's the matter and everything else. And it went from both man to woman, woman to man. Insecurities about their partner talking to the opposite sex.
Naughty,
No.
naughty.
Realistically though, it's normal.
It's normal.
So that's what I mean, like, so whether you feel comfortable, your partner talking to the opposite sex, so that could be if you're a woman, feeling insecure about your husband talking to another woman as a friend, or if you're a man, again, with your wife talking to another man as a friend, or the same-sex relationships talking to the same sex. And it got me thinking, like, I used to be quite insecure about this sort of thing, but as I've got older, like, I've realised that people who try and prevent their partner from having an affair, they go to the extremes sometimes. Just like, why are you talking to her for? Why are you doing this? Why are you doing that? Why are you talking to him for? So on and so forth. And I figured out, no matter what you do to prevent this, I think it's just like a way of pushing your partner away to a degree. And secondly, nothing you do, if your partner is going to have an affair or talk to somebody else, they're going to do it. There ain't nothing you're going to do to stop your partner having an affair, especially like being, what are you doing, like that. Do you know what I mean? What do you feel about it there?
What do I feel about talking to the opposite sex?
No. What do you feel about what I've just said?
You just said about feeling insecure about it.
No, is it like, what's your feelings about me talking to another man?
So that's what I was answering you. So what do I feel about you talking to other blokes?
Yeah.
I don't mind.
On a friendship basis.
Yeah, on a friendship basis. I mean,
obviously.
You know, if the bloke stood there, he's half naked, and he's like, "So, Amy Jane, what are you thinking, love? Do you want a cup of tea?" I'm like, "Oi, pack it in, mate. Put your top back on, and we'll carry on with this conversation." But I don't have no issue you talk to a bloke. I mean, if you want to talk to a woman, you can talk to a woman. You talk to lots of people. Me, on the other hand, I ain't got to worry about me because I get too awkward around people. And that's just a fact. Whether you're a bloke or a woman, if you bump into me in Tesco, I'm like, "All right, mate, oh, sorry, love, that's about the best you'll get out of me." If you want to stand there and have a conversation like, "What do you think about the polar ice caps melting, Leigh, and the environment around us?" I'm going to struggle. And so I'm safe with me.
I think you're kind of going off point. What I mean is, like, you know how people just talk on a friendship basis?
Yeah, we've just touched on that.
What about jealousy? How do you feel about jealousy?
Yeah, like back when we got together, I was a bit of a jealous. I hadn't had many relationship experience or much of it. So I had a lot of male friends back then. Some a bit more friendly than others from a past who didn't want to let go. And I'd be sitting there on a Friday night at my mum's and I would get these phone calls or texts coming through. And we're like, "Oh, who's that?" You just asking generally, "Is that for okay or whatever?" "Yeah, it's so-and-so." These names would pop up a few times. One night, it was like kept ringing and ringing and ringing.
Oh, come on, Evan.
I don't know what the hell's going on here, love. We went to spend the weekend together. I kept hanging up and saying, "Look, just leave me alone." I was like, "Pass it here." So
you didn't, did you?
I did, So that I don't know what his name was. I ended up having a right go on the phone to one of these lads who was while she was at my mum's house. So I swore then. But yeah, I had a lot of friends back then. And I was like, "Oh, okay, this is a little bit different, a bit awkward, whatever." And some of my friends were really nice. And I made an effort. One of them was a right cow. She was a woman. Oh, a girl at the time. And actually sat in I ain't joking, this is what happened. Because it's not really got subject. It's like trying to make an effort. I was mates at the time. I met her one day. And then like the next day or the next weekend, we was going out for a night out around here. And there was me, one of our friends, a male friend, and this girl, this woman, Aim's best friend at the time. I was sitting in the car, and I went along in the taxi and just turned around to Aim. I bear on him right there. Something along the lines of, "You could have done better than this, Aim," or something like that. I'm like, "Oi, love, have you seen your face?"
No, you didn't. You didn't say that to her.
I said something to her, Aim. She said something to me, I said something back to her.
Yeah, it was a bit of a testing moment, to be perfectly
It was
honest.
a little bit, Aim. Because you had a right bitch as a mate. And, yeah, that's it.
But, like, there's certain things that I've experienced, with people. And they're like, "Why are you talking to her for?" Or "Why are you talking to him?" And even though sometimes it's, like, completely innocent, I often think, like, if people are that jealous, why are you even with each other? Like, why don't you just knock it on the head? Because regardless of, I wouldn't give him that bacon, Leigh, it's too salty.
I'll leave it in front of us.
Like, for instance, like, you've got people who are in a long-term relationship, and gotta excuse my nails, in a long-term relationship, and then they sit there and they're like, why are you talking to that person? But then that person talks to the opposite sex and it's all right for them. Okay, if you've got a history of cheating, whatever, but you've got to move on. You've got to move on, else it isn't going to work. It's just going to be based upon pure jealousy, isn't it? And anyway, cutting a long story short, I was watching this programme, like I said, and she just broke down and she's like, yeah, but he's cheated on me and now he can't speak to nobody and everything like that. But surely, isn't that going to put more of an impact on their relationship if she keeps hounding him? Like, if you're either going to forgive and then you move on, or you're going to carry on and it's going to end bad, isn't it?
I don't think you can just tell people, if you're in a relationship, you can't tell the other person what to do. Simple as, whether it be from talking to someone, or no, you can't go out with your mates. And if it's like, say you're with a bloke, if you're a lady, and he wants to go out every other night of the week, or every week, and then fair enough, say, look, love, or mate, can we take it easy? Can we have a negotiation here? You want to go out every weekend? How about me and you either have a night together in the house and spend some time together, or we've cut as a couple, as together,
mix and match,
or with if your mate's got a missus, like, and I'll go out, like a foursome sort of thing. You know what I mean? Don't just you got to with each other have a bit of respect, and have a bit of compromise.
What do you feel about if someone's cheated? Do you feel like you need to either just if you're going to forgive them, you need to move on and say, but hang on, what about when you did that? So now I don't trust you. Or do you actually say, okay, then we'll move on?
I don't think many relationships survive if you keep dragging up the past, and if they do, it's because you really want to be together, and eventually you got to let it go. You can't drag it on for like.
Swearing.
I do, and I don't want swear words in here anymore because we'll get demonetised. You can't keep carrying around like with a big sock on your back full of all these bad
insecurities, jealousies.
Yeah, like just negativity in your life. You just need to, like, AIM has anxiety and stuff, and that's one of the comparisons I use. AIM, you can't just like memory some of the past and bad things that have happened over the years. You can't just take it around everywhere you go. Sometimes you've got to leave a little bit here and a little bit there.
You've got to try and improve on your thought pattern, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Like, for instance, say, I was very insecure when I met Leigh because of previous things, and then Leigh was very insecure because of past things with me, and you're like, why are you doing this or why are you doing that? And then I got to a point in my life when I was hitting I want to say 27. And I thought, you know what, I'm bored of this now. I'm really bored of feeling so insecure that I'm questioning everything. Not to do with necessarily Leigh, but to do with my own insecurities. And I thought, do you know something? And I'm glad we're in a position now. We have a lot of friends on here, like in our WhatsApp group, in our in our circle of people, like Leigh does most of the comments. And he talks to men and women, doesn't you? And some are really, really beautiful, some are just couples, average people, single people, just normal people. And some people would be like, hang on, why are you saying that? Why you did it? I feel completely comfortable now. I do not care, because you know what? One thing I've learned, that if he or I am going to go off with blooming John down the road there, or Jessie down the other lane, whoever, it's going to happen. No matter what you do, it's going to happen. So you may as well really put your trust into someone if you're going to either forgive that person or you're going to be with them. Really put your trust into them and have an enjoyable life rather than worrying.
I couldn't do it. I watched my mum and dad split up. I was 18, and my mum didn't do anything. As far as I'm aware, all my mum's relationship with my dad, she never cheated as far as I'm aware, but he on various occasions cheated on my mum. And one day I come back from work. I was at work. I was 18. I come in from work, and I sat there crying. I was like, "What's up, Mum? Your dad's left us, and he's met somebody new." I swore again. I was like, "Well, that ain't cool, is it, Mum?" In so many words, I did swear a lot at the time.
You swore again, just went over.
Yeah. And I couldn't. Seeing my mum go through all that was horrible. And to know, I don't know. It's one of them ones. Then we watched a film the other day. I was watching a film. I just caught like the end of it. This elderly couple. I say elderly, like in their late 60s, 70s. It's like elderly compared to me and I'm. And he just walked out on his missus. He's like, okay, I met somebody new, and she's like 40 odd.
Oh yeah, it's called Hope Gap on Netflix. You should watch it, guys. Well, Bill Nighy, is that you pronounce it? Yeah, Bill Nighy, yeah. And the bloke who plays Prince Charles when he's young in The Crown. He was also in The Durrells.
Yeah. It's an awkward one. It's not an easy watch, but if you want something that's going to get you thinking, like, could I do that?
I think what it is as well, I think the reason to do that, I was thinking about like self-esteem and people who've got low self-esteem. If you don't work on your insecurities to do with things. Like, there's so many insecurities. Do you know men who at the bravado and women who are like, everybody in this world has got, like right now, underneath this foundation, that's all I've got on is my eyebrows and I've got a breakout going on. I've never been happy with my skin. I really, some people say, oh, your skin's fine. But to me, when I'm stressed, I have bad things happen. That's an insecurity for me. So I used to be like, oh, well, what about these people who've got really perfect skin and they don't have to anything? I'm too fat, too thin, too tall, too ginger, too glasses, whatever it might be. We've all got something. And I always think, well, if you're with somebody and they've either cheated or if they haven't cheated, you really need to work on this because you are just carrying around, like Leigh said, this big baggage of stones around with you for the rest of your life. And when you get to the end of it, you're like, well... What's this going to achieve?
My insecurities are many. I'm not really asked. I'm overweight and stuff.
Huge glass.
What gets me now is when I was younger, when me and Anne got together, we'd go say on holiday. I want to get in the pool or whatever, the outdoor pool, the indoor pool. I'd get my t-shirt off, whatever. Let's go in the pool. Now, as I'm older, and we went to Spain like last year or the year before, before COVID. Christ, it flies by. And I was like, okay, we're going to go in the pool. And there's all these lads around the pool. A lot of lads, like younger lads than me, all my age. Oh, not even six packs, just slimmer. And I was like, okay, yeah, fair enough. And then I took my top, I was like, oh my God. And
me, I don't care,
awkward.
I got in, I was basking.
Oh, you did. You was loving the pool.
I don't give a hoot. I really doubt about that. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter about that sort of thing. Because, you know, when you're on holiday, no one gives a damn anyway. But, like Leigh just said, that was insecurity. It is insecurity. But I think you have to really try and work on things like that because you've literally got one life. But with relationships, if you are connected to that person and you love them so much that you are constantly jealous, you've got to try and let it go because you could potentially push that person away for being so jealous, so paranoid that it torments your life. They call it the green-eyed monster, that they jealousy and stuff. And I just sort of wanted to say this video because I was watching this and I thought, there's got to be some people out there who used to be like me and think, oh my God, what are you doing? Who are you talking to? And I was a nightmare. But because of past events and people hurting me, that doesn't necessarily have anything to do with Leigh. But, you know, you do drag it through to the next relationship sometimes and you can, you know, the green-eyed monster can rise to the surface. And I just thought, there's so many different insecurities in this world that is it really worth it at the end to think I've wasted so much time worrying about the minor things?
And to be fair, there's probably some people watching now, whether they're in relationships or not, who know what you're on about here. Maybe they've lost a relationship because, you know, insecurities, or maybe somebody else cheated on you or whatever, and maybe you're in a relationship now, you're like, oh, I wish I could ask somebody this question, but I don't know who to ask or talk to. So maybe every once in a while, we can just do little bits where, you know, not relationship advice. It's not like our relationship's not the best in the world ever, but it works, and it works because we talk.
It's like people have such a stigma about, you know, like there's a situation where like you're in a relationship with someone and you just genuinely don't want to be with that person anymore. There is such a thing these days. You can't do right for doing wrong. So say if you're with somebody and you cheat, you get knocked down. Oh my God, you cheated! How could you do this? But say you're in a relationship and you're a man or a woman, you think, I loved you, but I don't love you anymore. So what you do is you do the right thing by that person. You sit them down and you say, look, I loved you. I'll always look after you. I always will care about you, but I'm not in love with you no more. I'm going to leave because it's the right thing to do for you and for me. You still get the blame.
Unless you're in America, in which case, don't get married. Because if you do, one of our subscribers is the other day, Sarah. Hello, Sarah. She told us in the comments because it was on about this bloke who has to pay a lot of money out each month to his ex-wife. No kids of her. Got divorced 14 years back, remarried 2 years later. He still pays her hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yeah, but that's to do with more
financial business, isn't it? Like
that's prenups and all that.
But I'm on about like some people, you know, they'll scorn you for cheating and doing it that way. But I've seen a situation where there was a woman who was with a man and they was with a family, and then she was like, okay, I'm really not in love with you anymore. And she moved out up the road there, and the whole entire neighbourhood was like, can you believe what so-and-so did? She actually left him and her kids. The kids was grown up, like teens. And yet she went on to meet somebody else, and she was victimised because she told the truth. At what point is anybody in the right or wrong?
I don't know. But no, it's a good topic you brought up, though, Emma.
I just feel sorry for people who feel so insecure that they can't move on, because I've been there and it's awful, and you carry around this extra, like Leigh called it, a sack on your back, if you're so to speak, but carry this around, this major bag of crap, and think, God, I just cannot cope anymore. And then it either goes one way or another. You argue all the time, you push the other person away, or you literally lose your, you lose your mind, don't you, with thinking, imaginating up bubble stories and thinking, right, this is happening, that's happening. But then at the same time, you got to think to yourself, how far can this carry on for your own happiness? You can't continuously feel like that, can you?
No, and life goes that bloody quick. You don't know what's round the corner.
I mean, we were together, what, 14 years?
14 years, yeah.
I can remember that, like, the beginning of everything, it just gone like that.
Flew by.
And I wasted a lot of years on feeling insecure, didn't I?
Yeah, you did, Bob. You did indeed. You got to move on from it, guys. You just got to get on with life and be happy. If you're happy in yourself, and happy, if you're happy in your head, then chances are your relationship will be good and happy as well. What do you think of the pancakes, though?
I wouldn't probably mix the whole thing together again, if I'm honest. No, it's not funny.
No,
I'm being honest.
Syrup with the eggs was actually nice.
What I'm trying to say is, it's not that I was trying to take the mick or anything. I just the bacon was horrendous because it was just far too salty.
Yeah, that was wrong bacon.
If I'm going to have one thing, it's either the pancakes and syrup or bacon and eggs as a breakfast. I'm not too sure. I suppose it's good if you want a mix of everything, but in all honesty, the bulk was lovely, just perhaps not together. The strawberries I loved.
Yeah, strawberries. I reckon, I've got to be honest with you, those were the best eggs I've probably ever made.
You've made loads of nice eggs.
I know, but I don't often do them with the butter and in the frying pan, and I'll do in the microwave. These were in the frying pan, so good. Right, I've got to go, guys. I've got to get this video put together and get it out to you.
When are you doing this?
Soon. So, hit it up, time.
Okay, guys, remember to be nice, remember to be kind, comment, share, like, and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on your notification bell, press the all button so you don't miss any future videos. Check out the community tab, check out our Instagram, check out our other channel, Munchies Delights. Check out TikTok if you want. We don't really post, but it's something to do. It's a bit skewy to me, that whole world of let's writing names on boards and stuff. Anyway, let us know, please. If you don't want to be known, hit us up on the Instagram messages and we'll talk about your topic. Or write in the comments and tell me what you feel about the discussions that we've had today. It'd be really interesting to know your thoughts. And there's no right or wrong to this. It's just a difference of opinion, and I would definitely like to know your past stories so we can talk about it in another video.
If you'd like our thoughts on any relationship advice you might want,
cheers,
then let us know. And Aim will give you her version of what you should do.
This glass would be great in
Pirate time.
Sweden or
Germany.
Wherever.
Right, cheers guys. See you later.
Bye everybody.